they did it. Like finally, thank God the Mavericks finally did it, and they fired Nico Harrison. And it's kind of perfect considering this is NBA Weekly. And what is a better way to start off than talking about the worst executive in the league getting canned? Hey, before I get to the video, I know you're gonna like this video, so go ahead and leave a like on the video and go ahead and subscribe to the channel because if you like this video, you're gonna enjoy my other videos, and that just means you might as well subscribe. But that's all I got. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of the video. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is NBA Weekly, so welcome. But to start off, let's talk about the biggest news in the NBA. And I want you guys, I want y'all to see this. Actually, I really would like for y'all to see this. Mavs relieve Nico Harrison of his role as GM. Ha ha. Goodbye, Nico. Goodbye, Nico. This morning, the Dallas Mavericks, they officially fired Nico. They hired him in 2021, like you see right here. Jason Kidd, they had Luka Doncic, bright star. Then all of a sudden he trades Luka Doncic away, and they've let's just say things haven't been really too good for the Dallas Mavericks this season. Right? They are last in the West. Well, not last. They're 14th in the West, so they're not last, but they're pretty down. Anthony Davis is injured. He's missed 11 games with a calf injury. Yeah, so all these different types of things that have led to the Dallas Mavericks firing Nico Harrison. I mean, and really, this is kind of a build-up. Like I said in my video yesterday, so go ahead and check it out if you want some more insight on like how I feel about this. But honestly, this was bound to happen. Like you have the Jalen Brunson thing where you don't really pay him. He clearly wants to stay, but you guys just clearly don't pay him. And really, like if the contract they would have gave him in today's like NBA, like with the cap, they would have been straight. It honestly would have been a steal. And him next to Luka Doncic, I mean, you figure out everything else later if you have those two on the team, because now you have two of them who you could argue both of them are top 10 players in the NBA at this current point in time. So that was the first thing, and then just Trey Luka Doncic was just horrible. And then I'll give Nico this. I understood where he was going with the whole defense wins everything mindset, defense wins championships, all these different types of things. Unfortunately for you though, you can't say defense wins championships and say Luka Doncic has these injury issues and he's out of shape and all these different types of things, and then Anthony Davis is on your team and Kyrie Irving is on your team. Two players who are known for injury struggles. And now, shoot, some of the pictures from Anthony Davis, bro, he is out of shape. Like, he looks big. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. He looks like a big guy. So, you can't really sit up here and say those things and then bring in guys who are kind of, mind you, Anthony Davis has never really struggled with his weight, but, like, bring in a guy who's known for injury concerns regardless when trading away Luka Doncic. You see what I'm saying? So, that was the thing. Maverick fans, y'all are free, bro. Nico is gone. Now, it is very important that you guys hire somebody who can kind of rebuild the culture there. I mean, like I said, hiring Nico really destroyed the Mavs as a whole. Like, because then Rick Carlisle resigns, you fire your top trainer, he ends up going to the Knicks. You have Luka Doncic, but then you let go of Jalen Brunson. Like, he did a lot of damage to his team. And don't get me wrong, he built a decent team too at the same time. But the Luka thing was just something you can't really overlook. Like, that was just so very bad. Yeah, that can't happen. So that's the first story of NBA Weekly. I mean, like Nico Harrison is gone. Good move by the Mavs. Now you have to pick somebody else who can actually like build the culture and have them be a competent team. Because if you can't bring somebody who's going to be competent, you guys are cooked. Second thing we have to talk about, and I mean the second thing we have to talk about is none other than the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are let me make sure I'm not tweaking y'all. The Detroit Pistons are currently number one in the Eastern Conference with a 9-2 record, and they are 2 games above the New York Knicks. And I'm not gonna lie, Cade Cunningham is having an MVP caliber season thus far. Like, that is a big reason as to why the Detroit Pistons have been so very great. He's dishing out 9.8 assists per game during this win streak. He's averaging like 11. He has been unstoppable in the fourth quarter. One of the best fourth quarter players. I think he's averaging like 11, 2, and 3 or something like that. So in the fourth quarter, he takes over. Like last night, they had a game versus my Wizards where I mean, granted, he shot the ball a lot. He shot the ball a lot, but he ended up with like 40 some points and led them to a win. And he just wills this team to victory. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I think Jalen Duren has been very good as well. He had a 2020 game like a couple of days ago. I think it was like what is it, the 11th? So like 6 days ago, I want to say. He had a 2020 game. He is seem more comfortable in the pick and roll with the ball in his hands. It seems like it doesn't seem like Cade is kind of spoon feeding him as much. He kind of has to make some decisions, and he's very good at making decisions in a short roll, whether it be passing, he's getting the ball higher up near the free throw line and things of that nature. And you kind of get to see him like do a little bit of the thing, and it's a big reason why Detroit has been, kind of like the best team in the NBA so far. The supporting cast has been really good. One of the things that we worried about when they lost to Malik Beasley and the Schroeder, especially me specifically, and some of these concerns I still do have, but this supporting cast has been great. Like Duncan Robinson has kind of filled in for Malik Beasley. He's making 2.6 threes per game, 3 per game during this win streak, and he's making like 45% so far throughout this entire little stretch. And Asar, I mean, we know how great Asar has been. He has become an elite defender, but offensively, he's giving you 13.7 points per game and dang near 50% shooting. Now he's probably not shooting no threes or nothing like that. I haven't really like looked, but we knew he was going to become an elite defender. We that was very obvious that was going to happen. But it's nice to see the supporting cast to kind of be able to come around. Now the thing that I really would like to happen with Detroit is just they just need to get another ball handler. I'm a very big believer in Cade and the things that he can do. However, they need to get somebody else who can kind of just like support him a little bit and take some of this pressure off him. Like he's becoming better and better with the ball. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think like when you get into the playoffs, and you're gonna face teams like the New York Knicks, or even like if you want to get to like the Cleveland Cavaliers, or like even if you want to look at them as quote unquote competitors, you put them against the Thunder and the Spurs and the Nuggets and the Lakers, like all these different types of teams. I just don't really see that type of thing sustaining itself. You know what I'm saying? But the Detroit Pistons look good. Like I said, hottest team in the NBA, number one in the Eastern Conference, and I mean honestly, bro, like they've been balling out. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of teams that have been balling out as of recent, the Los Angeles Lakers, probably the hottest team right now in the entire, not in the entire NBA because I just talked about the Detroit Pistons, but man, the Lakers look very good, bro. The Lakers look very, very good. LeBron James isn't even there, and Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton has looked very well. He outperformed Victor Wembanyama like a couple of days ago. He has looked really well. They've been balling, bro. JJ Redick has this team playing very efficiently. 12th in the league in officer rating. Defense could use some work. However, they just look really well, and they're just winning games. Honestly and truthfully, bro, they're just starting to win games. DeAndre Ayton has been way better defensively, way better offensively, and it has really made a big difference as to why the Lakers have been really good. I mean, point blank period, bro. They just when you have Luka on your team, it makes it easier. But it's clear that whatever system JJ Redick has, and whatever Luka Doncic is doing, he's having like an MVP caliber season as well. And the Lakers have been like that, bro. They've been like that, bro, and they've been blazing. On top of that, the Spurs are still really good. I think they kind of slowed down. The big thing with like Victor Wembanyama was they go up against the Suns, and the Suns kind of like neutralize him, and they lose that game. And then you go up against the Lakers, and they lose again, where he got outplayed by DeAndre Ayton. But De'Aaron Fox came back, scored 24. It was like Saturday. He came back. He scored 24 in the season debut. It's pretty good, bro. They have the 6th ranked offense in the league, 4th ranked defense, and they have Victor Wembanyama on their team. I think with this team, it's like now that Vic has taken this leap, and De'Aaron Fox has come back, how is De'Aaron Fox going to be worked into this offense? Like, where is he going to fit? What is he going to do? And as for Vic, now that teams kind of have an idea of how to neutralize him, quote unquote, what's the adjustment? Like, how is Vic going to? Because now he's like more so the centerpiece. Like when teams play the Spurs, they're thinking about Victor Wembanyama. How is Victor gonna go about attacking these things? Like what is gonna be his method? You know what I'm saying? Of like trying to overcome these different schemes, defensive fronts that he is going to see. I guess defensive fronts. I don't know. I'm a football guy, guys. So boom. So like that's gonna be very interesting to see, honestly. Um, Outside of that, bro, I really have to talk about the OKC Thunder. Well, actually, before I get to OKC Thunder, let me talk about the Nuggets. The Nuggets have been really well. I don't really see them like getting a whole lot of like love, but the Nuggets are 7-2 right now. Nikola Jokic is averaging a triple double and shooting 64% from the field. And the Nuggets are the only team in the NBA that hasn't struggled after the opening first 12 minutes. They have the league's third ranked first quarter offense, top ranked first quarter defense. They are playing really well, and Cam Johnson hasn't even really been good this season at all. So hopefully, I'm thinking he's going to get it together eventually. But the defense has done really well, and just imagine if Cam Johnson, when he actually becomes good, like they're 7-2 now, but just imagine when Cam Johnson puts it together, how great this team can be. And it's crazy with Cam because he's missing shots that are kind of like he's missing shots that you're like, how are you missing this? Like a trailing three from the wing, you just like brick it, like embarrassingly brick it. What do we like? I don't know. It's just certain shots you're like, bro, like you don't miss these shots usually, so why are you missing them now? But I think he'll be straight. Nuggets are gonna be really good, but the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder have one loss, and it was versus the Blazers, who have also been very impressive this season. And the Thunder just look like they're ready. They are 10-1 without having Alex Caruso be consistently in the lineup, Jada being consistently in the lineup, Chet has been struggling with injuries, Lou Dort hasn't been consistently in the lineup, and they're 10-1. Best defense in the league, best net rating, top 10 offense. The Thunder are just amazing, bro. They're just like amazing. And it seems like this season they're doing really well. I guess because like, you go through the finals, you're gonna face a lot of different like adversity, a lot of different tests and things of that nature. So this Thunder team looks like they're handling execution down the stretch way better. I mean, they started the year out with two double overtime games, so I guess it makes sense, and they won both of them. So that's natural to happen after you just have a championship run. I mean, like I would like to think you would know how to execute going down the stretch, but the Thunder, bro, this team, I'll be real, bro. They're still the favorites, in my opinion. They are still the favorites. There are still some things that concern me about the Thunder, but it's like the 3-point shooting, the lack of like a very fluent offense concerns me. But you have Shea Gilgeous Alexander, and you have a bunch of guys on that team that when it comes down to it, as we saw, they can shoot. Like AJ Mitchell was also taking the leap as well, and shoot, he had times where I'm not gonna lie, someone could argue like he's probably like one of the lead people in the 6 man a year race right now, and he just signed like a $9 million deal over the summer. So yeah, man, the Thunder, they're probably the favorites, bro. They have to still be the favorites. They have literally not given you any reason to not be the favorites. Outside of that, in those teams, I have to talk about the Blazers. The Blazers, as it stands, are 5-5. However, you just have to like when I watch the Blazers, I haven't really watched like an abundance, you know what I'm saying, of their like games and things like that. But this defense is legit. Like this defense, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like suffocating or anything like that, but they're definitely very. I know they've had some drama with Chauncey Billups and stuff like that, but this is definitely a team that you can tell. Not only do they pride themselves on defense, however, they just know how to lock stuff up. They have a lot of very gifted defenders on that team, and Tumani Kamara, all these different types of guys. I think the main thing holding them back is just like the guys that you would look to like put stuff together for them just has not been doing it. Like surprisingly, Drew Holiday. I'm gonna say surprisingly, but Drew Holiday has been really good this season. If I can pull up his stats, I would be able to find him. Hold on. Drew Holiday has been really good for them this season. He is averaging 17 points, shooting 44% from the field, 35% from three, 8 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game. Like, he has been very good. But if I'm them, I would want a guy. Jeremy Grant has been really good off the bench as well. He's averaging more than Drew. Denny Avdia has been really good. And hey, one thing I'll say about Denny Avdia, bro, I said look out for him last season because is he had like a little late season like little rise and push or whatever. I said look out for him. He is averaging 25. Hold up, 25, 6 rebounds, and about 5 assists. Yeah, bro. Denny is looking. He's looking like a legit. Like it's legit at this point. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Clingan has been the defensive guy that he has been. So like overall, you would just like for Shaden Sharp to kind of be better. Robert Williams, the third, has been playing really well. Um, but it's really not too much I could really complain about from this team. Honestly, Shaden Sharp, I think the main thing is like, yeah, Drew Holiday's performing well. Jeremy Grant's been performing well as well. Denny Avdia as well. But I just would like for Shaden Sharp, 41% from the field, 27% from three cannot work, bro. You have got to lock in and improve that. Straight simple. Outside of them, let's get on the bad side of things, and this is the only like bad side of things. Aside from the Mavericks, the Clippers and the Pelicans. Not that I expected the Pelicans to be good, but you're at the bottom of the West and you have no first round pick. For Pelicans fans, I'm gonna spare y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. But this is not a good look for y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Zion Williamson hasn't really looked how you want to do. Jeremiah, hey, look, I told y'all. I told y'all about Jeremiah Fears. I told you Jeremiah Fears was going to be legit, and he looks really nice. You just need to put him out there and let him play. Willie Green is probably on that list like Nico. It's not a matter of if he's going to get fired. It's a matter of when. When he's going to get fired, I really don't know. But it's inevitable. He's going to get fired very, very soon. This Pelicans team, they just don't look good at all. Like, and then it's clear that there's some tension in the locker room between the players. I don't know, bro. Maybe they bring another coach and they're optimistic, but I mean, trading away your first round pick looks really bad if you're a Pelicans fan right now. Like there's no way you feel good right now because you're 2-8. Don't really look like y'all are gonna get any better anytime soon. And yeah, the LA Clippers though, 3-7, 13th in the West. How you are? Now, I don't really know what it is, bro. Maybe this whole scandal got the whole team like messed up or something of the sort. But I'm going to tell you right now, bro, these guys do not look good. 27th in the NBA in points per game, 27th in rebounds per game, 24th in assists per game. Defense is above average. But yeah, these guys just don't look good right now, bro. They just do not look good at all. I don't really know what is going on. Like, if there has been just some type of regression, if these guys just they ain't got it like that. Bradley Beal hasn't really been too good. James Harden, like he's doing the best he can, but it's nothing extraordinary. I really wouldn't be able to fully tell you other than these guys are just bad. Like what's the reason behind them being bad? Honestly, this team just looks bad, bro. They just are not. They can't score at the clip they were scoring at last year. And this is a team that a lot of people, me included, have high expectations for coming into the season, but they just are not good, bro. 5-game losing streak right now. Like I said, can't score, can't rebound, can't assist. They can't really do much of anything right now, and I have no idea as to why. But they need to get it together because in the Western Conference where you don't want to fall behind, they are behind. Behind the Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, Portland Trail Blazers, Memphis Grizzlies, Sacramento Kings, Utah Jazz. I don't think you want to be behind the Memphis Grizzlies, the Sacramento Kings, or the Utah Jazz at this point in time. If you're behind them and you're a team like the LA Clippers, you're doing something wrong. You are clearly doing something wrong, and they have got to fix that. I don't know. Part of me wants to talk about Sacramento and like how like they finally want to rebuild, but I really don't want to waste my breath on that. I don't. The Kings are finally talking about rebuilding after like a thousand years of like in the cycle of mediocrity. But we'll see whatever happens. If you're what the Kings should have done if they were smart, they should have been looking at rebuilding after you trade De'Aaron Fox. You shouldn't have sit up here and traded for Zach LaVine and got DeMar DeRozan on your team. Like, what do we? I'm not gonna get too mad over the Kings. The other big story in the NBA is Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. Now let's talk about this. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. it's more of a thing as to I think it's both sides. Both sides have really good points. I think John Morant is right for being mad and attributing some of his struggles to just not really getting the minutes he's used to. He's only playing, let me see. If you're a top guy like John Morant, you're probably playing like 30, 32, 34, 35 minutes per game or whatever. As it stands right now, John Morant is only playing 30 minutes per game. And I'm pretty sure if I was to cross check that against like every single other like player who I don't want to say you would deem of his caliber, but like the caliber we did deem him at one point in time, he is probably like at the bottom of these guys. You know, as a lead guy for a team, you're expecting to play at least 32, bare minimum 32 minutes per game, and only 30. It kind of is something that messes up your rhythm. It kind of is something that forces you to struggle. And he's struggling. 19 points, 35% from the field, 14% from three. He is struggling, bro. He does not look good at all right now. So I think he is valid in that. But I think the Grizzlies are kind of valid in the sense of I think the Grizzlies are kind of valid in the sense of like Ja, you have to kind of prove yourself. That's like you're making this big deal, complaining about all these things, but the way you're acting is wrong. And like we have every right to punish you, which is when they suspended him for a game. He had to really look good, so it's like, are you really earning these minutes on this team? He just has to be better. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I think the Grizzlies asking him to be better is not anything wrong. I think the Grizzlies having the offense that kind of plays more so towards his strengths for going downhill, they're not wrong. But John Morant looks like he has regressed a little bit in his ability to go downhill. It looked like he's also more hesitant in his ability to go downhill and be to make these all little acrobatic, overly athletic moves and stuff like that because he not trying to get injured and do all these different types of things. But Ja, Ja, if you're gonna sit up here and you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna be that guy to do all these athletic things, then you have to develop some type of threat in the mid range or a 3 point to make people respect you, bro. And shooting 14% from three, nobody's gonna respect you. You are actually shooting out of all. I'm not gonna say all active players, but out of all players on this team that attempt like at least let's say like two threes a game, you are the lowest. Okay, we can say one. You are the lowest. 14% just can't cut it. Like you are legitimately one of the worst 3 point shooting players in the NBA, and that's just not gonna cut it. You have to get it back. But like I said, I kind of get where he's coming from. I'm not getting the play time that I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? So I understand this is a career low for him. I think Thomas Lowe has to kind of fix that on his end. Just so you can really, cause it's like boom, you play y'all are, bro. The Grizzlies are 3-7. The Grizzlies are 3-7, bro. I mean 4-7. Excuse me. They're not gonna be good anytime soon. You don't lose anything by playing John Morant, like 2-3 more minutes a game, 4-5 more minutes a game, and if he plays 4-5 more minutes a game, bro, then whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? He's not good. Whoop de doo, bro. You just move past it as it is. But you gotta at least try. You have nothing to lose if you're the Grizzlies. Literally have nothing to lose. Especially considering the fact that his trade market is like very bad right now. Like nobody really wants him. If I'm the Grizzlies, bro, just go ahead and play him. And yeah, I mean the Suns have been very impressive. You know, I can't really say I'm too surprised, but Devin Booker has looked really well. Jalen Green, before he went out with that injury, he looked pretty decent in the game he played. And I mean, yeah, the top teams look good. The Rockets, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Spurs, the Thunder, sheesh. In the East, it's a little bit more interesting. The Heat have kind of calmed down a little bit from their really like fire start, but the Heat still one of the best offenses in the NBA. The Cavs, they look like the Cavs. Darius Garland just came back. Hopefully that did something for them. The Bulls being 6-4 after being 6-0 is very hilarious during a 3 game losing streak. But I mean, I think we all knew they wasn't gonna be able to sustain any of that level of like success. But it was fun while it lasted, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really got that much to say. This is NBA Weekly. I'm gonna try to do this every week. This is the second iteration of it. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, peace.